You're with us on BTTV. Markets this afternoon are holding steady right now, and if we're just going to track some of those movers for you this afternoon, we've got 0.6% up on the Nifty, so actually back up above 18,100 now, 18,124. Sensex also up 0.5%. Broader markets are on a roll. We've seen fantastic traction over there in the last couple of sessions. Let's actually pull up some of the gainers for you in today's session. Nifty Bank also steady, 0.4% higher, and metals are continuing to move, which hasn't really changed those buy calls yet, but nonetheless, we're seeing a lot of buying action coming in on some of those metal counters. Tata Steel is up 6%, JSW Steel 4%, Hindalco up 6% as well, in fact more than 6% today. Then we welcome in Chandan Taparia. Chandan, good to have you with us. First, let's take a look at the overall market trajectory and what you're making it fit, and especially the kind of traction we're seeing on broader markets today.
Hi, thanks for having me. We have seen a strong bottom on last trading session. On the Monday, Nifty started on positive note, made the exact support at 17,777 and rallied by 300 points. Today we opened positive, then witnessed a decline, and the decline was totally bought with support of 17,950, and now we are approaching to higher levels. So we believe that after the decline of last couple of trading sessions, the market is from the bottom and some more bounce could be seen. 17,777 is likely to act as a positional support, while on immediate point of view 17,950 will be the level. So we believe that with support of 17,950, your Nifty index can head towards 18,181 to 18,350. So broadly we are looking for 17,950 to act as a support for the movement towards 18,350 marks. Now looking at the Bank Nifty index, that has really done well on the last trading session. It recovered by more than 1,000 points from the bullish engulfing candle. However, today it remained underperformed. It witnessed some decline, but that was also bought with support of 42,400, and now it's holding well. So we believe that with support of 42,500, your Bank Nifty can go to 43,000 to 43,250. So both the indices, Nifty and Bank Nifty, are likely to see buy on dip and looking for some more upside in this recent bounce back move of the market.
Okay, within the financials then, Chandan, let's get your top picks.
Yeah, so today is the Tuesday and there is a Fin Nifty expiry, and nowadays we see huge activity in the Fin Nifty and especially in the financial counter. So if I talk about the financial stocks, we believe that selective stocks are doing well. We would like to go with M&M Finance. This stock is all set to give a breakout from its falling channel on the daily scale. It exactly taken support at its 50-day exponential moving average. We have seen some short covering, and now a small follow-up can deliver the momentum of 3 to 5% from current level. So one can buy with support of 222. We can see a rally towards 240 level in the M&M Finance. Apart from that, Bajaj Finance is also a beaten down name. We have seen continuous underperformance in last almost 3 to 4 months, but now it seems that the stock is turning from deep oversold territory. So it can find support near to 6350 for a bounce towards 6800 level. So M&M Finance led by Bajaj Finance could be the two name in financial which can see the momentum, and HDFC Limited is likely to hold as well.
Interesting. Chandan, what are you making of this move in metal? Is it a buy on rise a sell on higher levels? Is that the strategy here?
So I think you are asking about metal, and we have positive stance on the metal. I believe that selective metal stocks are likely to do well. We have very well positive on the Jindal Steel. This stock has given a consolidation breakout. Also, we have seen huge volume led by short covering activity. However, stock already run by 5 to 7%, but more momentum can be seen. 560 is the support. We are looking for 590 to 595 level in Jindal Steel. All other metal stocks are also likely to attract some momentum. So one can also look at the counter like NMDC, which formed a island reversal that has the positive implication now. So with support of 116, we can see a rally towards 125. So Jindal Steel followed by NMDC could see the positive trigger in the metal space led by short covering and the momentum.
Look at Jindal Steel today. My gosh, it's 9% higher, and it's Chandan's of course got a positive there on some of those metal names. It's also a lot of the China factor that's playing in over here. Reopening, that's what's leading to some of the action on those names, but incredibly volatile sector. So take into account, of course, all of the continuing uncertainty as well. All right, I'm just taking a look at some of the other pockets of the market as well that are looking attractive or catching our eye today. Tata Motors, Chandan, let me pull that one up. Auto's been a bit of a lagger. Tata Motors, we're seeing a bit of a move come in today. But how's it looking on the charts?
Actually, on chart, Motor has recovered in last 2 days, but overall setup is not much strong.
Okay.
Even if it recovers, it is very tough for the stock to move beyond 408, 410 zone because that is the hurdle. So major trend is positive and recent bounce could be sold. So here we'll avoid or any bounce towards 400, 408, maybe the opportunity to exit the long positions.
Okay, fair enough. What about some of these aviation counters? We've seen phenomenal prices, of course, at the end of the year, but do you expect that traction to continue? Will they take the brunt of any kind of COVID uncertainty? What are you anticipating on the aviation names?
So we have seen good recovery in last two trading session, and especially if I talk about the Indigo, this stock is comparatively having the positive to range bound bias. Whenever stock declines, somehow it manages to attract the buying interest. Recently, it has taken support at 50-day exponential moving average. We have seen some follow-up activities as well. Positive price pattern and rounding formation on the weekly chart also indicate uptick. So I think positive momentum and year-end cheerful mood could be there in Indigo. So one can look for buying opportunity with support of 1975. We have potential to rally towards 2100 levels here.
Okay. Crude continues to be a little bit of a loose cannon over there. We've got, China, of course, loosening those travel rules, a crazy winter in the US. Oil could play spoil sport. Anything you're tracking there on the commodity front, Chandan?
So when you talk about crude, I'll talk about Asian Paint.
Okay.
However, crude may see the positive or negative impact on the counter, but if I totally look at the price section, it has taken multiple support. And if I notice the price behavior from last 40 trading session, it is not going below 3000, 3000, 20, 30 levels. Multiple time it comes to that zone and turns higher. And recently also I have done. So I believe whether crude will decline if I look at intermarket analysis. So I believe that with support of 3030, your Asian Paint has potential to rally to us 3200 level. So even after all the negativity of the crude, we have some positive stance in the Asian Paint looking at its price structure and the risk reward scenario. Now, if you talk about oil marketing companies, then these are consolidating, can see some decline, can drift to us 315 if I'm talking about BPCL.
Okay, fair enough. Sugar stocks, they've definitely been in the news, all kind of stocks ahead of budget as well that we're seeing across the board on sugar. That's what's driving them today as well. Incentive on sacrifice for ethanol production that's come in now. That's the latest incentive for some of those sugar majors. Anything there that you like?
Yeah, so I think weekend and year-end sweetness could continue. However, these stocks have corrected from higher levels, but now bottom-up process is seen, especially in line with sugar. You talked about ethanol, so I'll totally talk about Pras industry. Pras is corrected from 462 all the way to 333 level, and now bottoming out from its deep oversold territory. So here one can look with support of around 350, can see a bounce towards 380 levels. If you talk about purely sugar, then I'll go with Balrampur Chini. Major trend is positive. Declines are being bought. It has taken support near to 380, respecting to its rising trend line. So with support of 383, we can see a run up to us 415 to 420 in Balrampur Chini.
Okay, that's on sugar. A couple of other, majors that have been catching our eye. Infi continues to seem to attract a lot of buy calls, Chandan. What are the kind of levels you're watching out for on an Infi?
So, like if you talk about IT majors, most of the IT stocks have not performed, and the same is visible on the chart of Infosys. However, the selling pressure has taken a hold, but buying is also not visible. 4 days back, it made high near to 1530, and still is trading at 1515 level, 1% lower than the immediate swing high. And especially, we have seen rally of around 450 points in Nifty from lower levels, but this stock has not contributed. But the good part is not falling down. So because of all such structure, not much positive on counter. But yes, if someone is looking for long term, then definitely can go for bargain hunting. As of now, if levels are go, 1485 is the support. Immediate hurdle is 1530. Above that only we can place for a move towards 1570 kind of levels.
Okay, fair enough. So that's on Infi. What about Adani Enterprises? How's that one looking to you?
So this is one of the volatile counter. Just couple of days back, it came into the Nifty part. Especially in last 3-4 days when market corrected, fell down sharply all the way from 4190 to 3600 level. Now it started to witness recovery, but I need to look at it to hold about 3850. So it's likely to be a conditional trade setup. If moves above 3850, then only I'll understand that recent negativity is now nullifying. So above 3850, we'll go with the buy. Otherwise, can look for more consolidation and wait and watch mode of the counter.
Okay, let's go across to Tanya. She has some buzzing stocks with her as well. Tanya?
Yeah, absolutely, Aabha. So first of all, sugar stocks, they are on a roll today. So stocks like Sri Renuka, Balrampur Chini, Triveni Engineering, Dwarikesh Sugar, Uttam Sugar, they all were up in the trade today. So basically, Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution announced a 100% incentive on sugar sacrifice for producing ethanol from B-heavy molasses, sugarcane juice and syrup. And this is likely to boost stock holding limits for all the sugar mills. We also have Mahindra CIE. The stock was up in the trade today. Now, this is over the board's decision to sell off its German CV forging operational segment. And also, domestic brokerage house Motilal Oswal believes that this is a step in the right direction, and it has a buy rating on this particular stock with a target price of 360 rupees. Central Bank of India also in focus today. Now, the bank will acquire remaining 35.6% stake in Cent Bank Home Finance from existing shareholders. Also, its board of directors approved to raise up to 1,500 crore rupees this fiscal by issuing Basel III compliant bonds. Next on our list is Kinetic Engineering. The shares were up to the tune of 5% today. Now, this is after the company said that it will commence production of assemblies for eLuna. So basically, eLuna will be launched shortly by sister company Kinetic Green Energy and Power Solutions. Shares of Philatex India also, they were up in the trade today, up to the tune of 12%. This is after the stock turned ex-split today. It turned ex-split in the ratio of 1:2. So the stock's face value shall change from 2 rupees currently to the new face value of 1 rupee per share. Shares of HEG Limited were up to the tune of 9% today. And this is after the company incorporated a wholly owned subsidiary company, that is TACC Limited. So TACC would manufacture graphite anode for lithium ion cells. Lastly, we have shares of Time Technoplast that were up in the trade today and extending this gains for the second straight sessions. Now, this is after receiving repeat orders from Adani Total Gas, and the stock jumped over 19% to hit a high of 99.60 rupees on the Bombay Stock Exchange. Back to you.
Okay, thanks for that. Tanya, any of those stocks on your radar, Chandan?
So, we are having the positive stance on selective banking financial name. So already I talked about Jindal is still we have positive stance. I'll add the name like ICICI Bank. This stock has bottomed out. Major trend is intact to positive after the corrective move of last 3 weeks. The momentum is visible. So with support of around 880, one can see a move towards 940 level. So ICICI Bank could be the one setup. Apart from that, metal stock I'll be keeping radar. Even in other name, one can look at the financial counters like M&M Finance or Bajaj Finance. So metal financials, selective banking counters could be on radar for the trade today and for next couple of days.
All right, great. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, Chandan. Let me take you through some of those gainers then. FACT has continued to be a buzzing stock of about 10% today as well. Jindal Steel 9-10%, JBM Auto 8-9% there. CCL Products, HEG is up 8%. Nalco is moving. Praj Industries is up 6-7% today as well. Hindalco is up 6%. The entire metals back. Tata Steel on China reopening really. Financials, sugar, mid-cap IT, NIT is buzzing. Metals across the board as well. In the Sun Copper is up 4-5%. Sonata Software again in the mid-cap IT space, for example. Smattering of mid-cap pharma names as well. PVR also seeing some recovery, buying 3-4% higher on that one. Auto ancillaries continuing to be a theme that we're seeing playing out right now. In fact, some of them better even than some of the more auto majors. TVS is making a bit of a comeback, 2-3% coming in there as well. So those are a whole host of names. Action in the broader markets is definitely intense. On the index, though, it's metals that are making quite a bit of a dent. We're also seeing, of course, names like Reliance that are contributing, Infosys, some of these heavyweights that continuing to add some amount of traction as well. But overall, it's been a pretty good session. It looks like we're going to close as well very smoothly up above that 18,100 mark and steady on the Sensex as well. Recovering post that massive sell-off last week, things are looking steady as of now, and the China reopening definitely adding its fair share of cheer as well. That's where we leave it for now. Thanks for watching.
Superstar Salman Khan turns 57 years old today on the eve of his birthday. In fact, a lavish party was hosted by his sister Arpita and her husband Ayush Sharma. Salman shares his birthday with his niece Ayat and the who's who from the film fraternity.